and rest easy, the morning is coming. Hey, hey. Angela's afro, we remain natural.
It was one of those nights in West Africa. In Accra, sunsets are the remains of mangoes placed in the equator, melted in the sky paint during the sweltering heat of the midday.
Egypt, Sudan, Niger, Mali.
Spirits in purgatory are responsible for painting dusk, and I would pray as we would head north to Kumasi. The doctors in our camp would find medicine in the leaves, pull out a miracle like cartoon characters pulling out acne.
We're going home, call Marcus Garvey.
Why couldn't we conveniently find a cure embedded in the oils of the trees? Read each ring to find the answers we've been missing in America. Our fingers touched and I gave up. His touch was perfect, soft but assertive. Grabbed my chin with his thumb and forefinger and slid his other hand between the slit in my skirt and dared me to move, parting my purity effortlessly. Nipples became long enough to reach the back of his teeth.
Brothers, you're beautiful, love completes the circle. Sisters, you're stronger, freedom's calling, freedom's calling.
They say, to understand a man, you should walk a mile in his shoes. Yesterday, I came home early to be alone. Slipped on his leather sandals and wrapped my head with his work shirt to make a turban. Wanted to see if his energy would sink in. By osmosis, I learned the fears he too much to tell me and the pleasures that make him happy. Opened windows, I danced naked like this for hours, working up a sweet mist covering my body, letting the fragrance of my flower attach to the moisture in the air, making him think of me when he's alone. Touch himself and fantasize about my rhythm. The ancestral tribal dances I perform over him. Securing my position, he clashed the fleshy round of my bottom. Each connection, a promise to liberate our people, a promise to liberate our country, a promise to liberate ourselves. Nation building. Leaning forward, I tickle his ear with my promise to carry a generation for him. Raise them between my thighs and on my nipples. Give our children names of the ghetto, untranslatable in other languages, to hide them from the officials that will look for us. Our love is the energy they will try and steal and harvest to illuminate entire third world countries. He mumbles in his sleep plans of marrying me, while conscious he denies it. Insecure about his position in my life, I told him I would take 9 seasons to convince him that nothing that came before us mattered. One was abusive and the others were fools, and no one will be half the man he'll teach our son to be. I listen to Legacy while making scrapbooks out of potato paper. He listens to Ludacris while playing PlayStation.
Nikki, Kwame, Baraka, Caseburgs do sing. We are freedom fighters. Jessica, Mahogany, parents in the movement, revolution children, voting confusion, legends of hip hop, Biggie and Tupac, Cold Crush, Scotland Rock, spray cans, train tags, break beats, arm flag, Huey, AC, Turray, and H-Rap. We conjure your spirits, libation and Zulu chants. Treat Aborigines, warriors, hear me. Since they want to cheat, here's our secret. Expect a repeat of the 1960s. Brothers, you're beautiful, love completes the circle. Sisters, you're stronger, freedom's calling, freedom's calling. This is the final answer, the game point, the longest yard. This is not Chris Rock died. Movie is over. This is the Fab Five at the University of Michigan, 92, 93. This is the last lap. The monkey is bouncing on your shoulders the last 200 yards. This is the top of the key, the bottom of the ninth. Bases loaded. This is you are MVP in your first year. This is not you losing breath, giving up, getting lapped. This is home team wins the coin toss on new asphalt. This is we are 10-0. The U.S. Open, the Stanley Cup, the Heisman Trophy. This is the victory lap. This is not the us organization dropping the baton. This is Mothers Against Drunk Drivers Have a Right to Be Mad. This is abolition of the death penalty. This is we didn't need GED programs in the prisons anyway. We are a self-taught community. We are automatically higher educated. This is move. This is win before you arrive. This is the first down. This is not the penalty, the flag on the play, the fifth foul. This is the basket beats the buzzer, the winning kick, the field goal is good. This is not teen athletes on steroids and parents pretend not to notice their children's limbs outgrowing their joints. This is the unused WIC voucher when a baby ran out of milk. This is you found an old book of food stamps behind the dresser in 95. This is not microchips so the government can track our spending habits and build unaffordable housing in our neighborhoods. This is parents still do homework with their children. This is they know their teachers' names. This is hip-hop won't corrupt our children if we teach them to think analytically. This is hip-hop will be a great influence if they listen to 95 and back. This is hip-hop used to be political, used to be our modern-day slave spirituals giving us advice and direction. This is we gave into the game. This is the last poets still do poetry full-time. This is the underground movement. This is 9/11 and Katrina victims were miscounted. This is last Drinks on the house. This is friends don't let friends drive SUVs. This is fair trade for equal wages. This is we are not eating chocolate, bananas, cocoa, coffee, strawberry. We're walking around naked. This is we're going to be freezing and hungry and loving it. This is gender reassignment should be taught in schools. This is HIV testing every 6 months. This is abstinence and your living partner agrees. This is if you love me, you'll wait. If you love yourself, you'll wait longer. This is not all black poets do social injustice poems. This is so what if we do. This is not all women do body part poems. This is if we do. This is not white male sport commentators giving us a play-by-play on an oral tradition that started thousands of years ago, validating our existence with corporate sponsorships and signing bonuses. This is first class. Let me take your bags, lift that for you, take a load off. This is voices for the voiceless. This is that railroad thing. This is back to Africa hasn't failed. It just hasn't happened yet. This is the clerk remembers your name. The waitress remembers your order. The bartender really uses alcohol. This is the flight attendant sneak free drinks to people in coach. Fly free, no blackout dates. This is Africans that are getting into real estate crazes need to remember it's really not your estate. Really, the state still owns it if you are paying taxes on it. This is we move back in the big house and kick massa out. Tell them to till our fields. Make them serve us vegetarian breakfast in bed on Sundays. Ladies, this is your boyfriend remembers your birthday. For the 4 brothers, this is your girlfriend is silent. The dog has food. The baby has diapers. The bills are paid on time. The police weren't paying attention. The traffic camera needed batteries. The radar blinked out. The trooper was getting head. This is Bush leaves Assata alone. This is for the homegrown, the lobster, the yayo, the special, what you can smell through the bag. This is not medicinal purposes or for white people only. This is the last boarding call, the final destination. This is for Angola, Liberia, Chad and Zaire, Angela's Afro. We remain natural. Egypt, Sudan, Niger, Mali. We're going home. Call Marcus Garvey, Sonia, Nikki, Kwame Baraka, Caseburns who sing, we are freedom fighters, freedom fighters. Give thanks, y'all.